Good morning and welcome to my channel. My name is Christina and I like to colour, and I am Australian, if I sound funny. Today I just wanted to do a quick few samples of different pencils doing blue hair. I'm going to do these Brutfuners, Prismacolors, the Polychromos, which I've already done. Actually, I won't do the Polychromos because I've already done a big one. Holbeins, Carandash, Luminance. I've got some Lyra. I've had them for years and they actually had a few different blues. Lightfast and Procolour. So I'm only doing those ones. Now this is just a basic way to do blue hair. If you're doing a portrait, you know, this big mega portrait, and you're doing it for somebody and they've got blue hair, you're going to look at the reference photo that they've given you, and you're going to look at the different colours and values and all that, shades in that hair. So it could have all sorts of different colours in it. This is just a basic blue hair for just a quick drawing of, you know, like a quick little fairy pardon me, or something. So I'm going to get started. So these are the Brutfuners. So what I normally do is I'll start with the darkest. I've been through this before. So this is their deep blue. And you're just going to do lines, like just strokes in the direction that the hair goes. I've said this before on my other ones. So this is, it's not Holbein. This is the Brutfuners and this is deep blue. My writing gets messier and messier. So then I'm going to pick the lightest colour, which I've got is light sky blue. And very lightly I'm just going to cover it. Sorry, I've been told Australians talk very fast and shorten our words, and I'm trying not to, but it is what I do. So this is sky blue. So this one here I'm going to do further than I did for the dark one, for the deep blue. So I'm going to bring the stroke out further than I did for the dark blue, but I'm not going to completely cover this light sky blue. And then normally I'll get white, but I forgot to get its white. So I'm just going to steal the Polychromos white. And with the white, I'm just mainly going to go over this highlight here, just to blend it in just a little bit. Thank you, Polychromos. And then I'm going to do the same thing again. So this is the deep blue. Like I said, this is extremely basic hair. Like, got no different colors and that in it. It's just going to be blue. You can add, just try it, just add different things. That's what I do. I just add, you know, a different color and see how it goes. And if you're doing a full head of hair like I did with my other one, you're going to have strands of hair flying out. To make it look more realistic, this is just black. So you want your shadows quite dark, because if you don't darken your shadows enough, it just doesn't look good enough. And then you go back over it with the blue. And quick Polychromos white again. And that is just a very, oops, I didn't write down. I do that all the time. So black, white, and sky blue. So that's the Brutfuners. This is Prisma. I'm not going to say what I just spelt there. P-I-S. Prisma. So yet again, you want to make sure they're sharp too. But with Prismacolors, it does get a little difficult because they don't really keep their sharpness. This is indigo blue. So we're having lots of rain, well, not lots of rain, it's just one of those. Yesterday was hot and sweaty, and I think we're in the 30s Celsius. And last night, all I could hear was rain, just pounding down. And today it's raining again. We had rain, I think it was about just over a week ago, because of it, there was a cyclone near us, and we were actually told, you know, our area is going to be all right. And then all of a sudden on the Sunday, it just rained down with force, you know. And our area, which very rarely floods, it's a pretty good area around here. Our little town flooded. It was actually quite surprising how quick it flooded. But there was a lot of rain, I think, in about an hour. Someone said 500 mils in an hour. I don't know if that was right, but that's a lot. We'd still be floating away if that happened. So with Prismacolor, there are so many different ways you could do it. I just quickly grabbed, oops, I forgot to do the light color. I was too busy talking. I saw a video the other night of somebody terrified of being in Australia because of our animals and it's not really our animals. Our animals are fine. It's those little creepy crawlies that like to hide and that. But I got to be honest, I'm terrified of seeing or being met by a black bear, a brown bear, a polar bear. I am so glad Australia does not have bears. I am very thankful. We just have spiders and snakes that like to, and little teeny tiny jellyfish about the size of your thumb that can kill you. That's all we have. When I used to live in Canberra, which is very close to Sydney, I was in the backyard just doing gardening stuff, and I've always lived in Queensland. I was born in New South Wales, but I've lived in Queensland all my life, most of my life. So I'm a Queenslander. So in Queensland we have different types of spiders than they do in Canberra and that. And I was in Canberra, and I went out the backyard and had a pot plant, and it was tipped over, so it was upside down. And I just kicked it because it was in my way. And there was a spider web in there, and there was this huge spider. And, you know, I had kids. I didn't want the kids going out the backyard to find that spider. I had no idea what type of spider that was. I'd never seen it before. Just going to use the black. I'd never seen it before. And so I pulled my thong off, and just in case you're American, a thong is a flip-flop. It's not underwear. I did not pull my underwear off. That would just be awkward. Yeah, I pulled my thong off, and I tipped that spider out, and I started whacking at it. It was like doing push-ups with my thong. It was the meatiest, blackest spider I have ever seen. And after about 500 hits, it died. Or I hope it did anyway. And I ended up going inside and Googling what it was, and I found out that it was actually because in the pot was this web, and it was like a funnel. So like it's like a real thick funnel kind of web. And after I'd killed it and I looked at the web, I thought, oh crap, was that a funnel web? And I went and Googled what a funnel web looked like, and it was a funnel web. It was, I'm pretty sure funnel webs are extremely dangerous. I've never seen one in Queensland. We probably do have them, but I've never seen one. And also when I was in Canberra, we had a trapdoor spider in the front yard. And it's fascinating, it has this little door which is closed, and you touch it and this spider just comes out. So I think it had about 6 trapdoors in the front garden. So I never gardened in that front garden. So I'm used to redbacks. You know, in Queensland, you know, when you're picking up a pot plant or anything out the back that has anything, so you've got a rim, and if you've got anything that a spider can get into, every Queenslander knows, don't just pick it up like that. You either pick it up from the top or you check it before you pick it up. So every Queenslander knows that. It's just what we do. And for the most part, redbacks pretty much leave us alone. They're not interested in us. We've also got, I can't think what they're called. I was going to say tarantula, but we don't have tarantulas. Huntsman spiders. They get really big and they can jump. And their favourite place to live is inside. I find them all the time in here. They can be scary, but they're alright. I used to put them outside when I found them, or I get my husband to put them outside. And then I saw a post of somebody saying that if you put a spider that's inside outside, chances are it's going to die. Don't know why. But yeah, I'm used to all of our little creepy crawlies and all sorts of things, but I don't want to meet a tiger. I don't want to meet a hippo. I want to see one, but I don't want to meet one. Bears and what's the plural for moose? Moose. I don't want to meet a moose because I did not realize how big they were. They're absolutely massive. That would be terrifying. Those Canadians, I don't know how they do it. Scary. This is Holbein. And that weird noise was my stomach. So I think because I was talking, I forgot to do the white on that, but I don't think it needs white. You can always use a really, really light blue. Like I found a blue that basically is white in the Lightfast, I think it was called Arctic. So you could use that if you didn't want to use white, or you could use, you know, any really, really light blue to do your highlight. And like I said, with if you're doing a full head of hair, you're going to do strands that are wispy, and you're also going to do scratch it a little bit with a blade. These Holbeins are so soft. It's really hard to do strands with the Holbeins. They're just so soft. And also the other thing you're going to do when you're colouring, and I'm just doing the quick one, so I'm only doing 1 or 2 layers. You should do more than 1 or 2 layers. You want to build up your colours nice and slow, so you're not just going to go in and jam it down and colour it in. I mean, you can, if it works for you, sure, go for it. But I've tried that and it just doesn't look any good. So you just slowly build up your layers using soft pressure. And I'm just doing this quickly, so this is not perfect. Caran d'Ache. I'll do Luminance. Oh, these ones are really hard to read. So sometimes I'll start with the dark, sometimes I'll start with the light. Just depends which pencil I pick up, to be honest. Caran d'Ache are very scratchy. Prussian blue. I'm about to, a little darker than I was expecting. I'm about to start the Medusa in Kobe Roseanne's book. Been looking at some reference pictures to try and figure out what I want. I think I'm going to do a green tinged Medusa. And I plan on doing this week, hopefully, if I can, a tutorial on how to colour a few different colours of bricks. Middle cobalt blue. My dogs are off and running. Something's annoyed them. We're already in March. It's just time it just keeps going, doesn't it? Oh, I can never spell this word. Phthalo. I can say it, but I can't spell it. Phthalo blue. I learned how to say that word from the art Sherpa, who very sadly died last year. Very sad. I was devastated when I found out. She helped me get, just watching her videos helped me get through a rough time. And yeah, she's a wonderful person, wonderful, character. Would love to have met her in person. She would have been so sweet. Black and white. So we know you would do a lot more layers in a portrait or whatever. So this is my Lyra. I haven't used these in quite a while. Actually, I forgot I had them. I don't have a full set or anything. So I'm going to start with the darkest blue, which is Prussian blue again. It's been a while since I used these. They're very hard. These are the Procolour. I don't know if there's different Lyra, however. I get words in my brain and that's how I say them, and then I find out later on that I'm wrong. And I forgot the lighter colour. Oh, it's not very light, is it? I mean, it's lighter, but it's not light. So I should get the white. So still just doing the strokes. These pencils aren't slippery, so not like the Brutfuners. Not gonna slip with these suckers. They're basically just wood. Yeah, I never thought about that when I said that I liked the slippery material on the pencils. I never thought about well, where I live, and it was hard to keep a grip on it. I got in a my youngest son annoyed me on the weekend. He was bored, and you know when kids are bored, they act annoying, and he was just starting to be really annoying, and so I told him to find something to do, and then he put me in a bad mood. So then I turned my music on really loud, and I put on Dance Monkey, because he absolutely hates that song, and I put it super loud, and I sat out there and I listened to Dance Monkey over and over again. I don't know if he realised I was doing it to annoy him, but I was. And then I get annoyed when they try to annoy me. But then after that, because I was still in a mood, and I put on my favourite show that I've watched the whole series probably 30-40 times now. That would be The Sopranos. Absolutely love The Sopranos. I hate watching the last one. I don't watch the last one because what people say happens doesn't happen. In my opinion, it doesn't happen. But I just love it. When I grew up, I loved all the gangster shows. I think there was one with Kevin Costner, The Untouchables. I loved that. I didn't like when they caught them. Really upset me. I was always on the side of the bad guy. the good bad guy, you know, kind of like Deadpool, the anti-hero. Anti-hero? I don't know. Very vibrant colours, these Lightfast, aren't they? Anyway, this is just normal cardstock. It's not something really designed for lots of layers and brilliant artistic work. I just do it for these hairs so that I don't use up my expensive papers. That's the main reason. Don't drop the pencils. My kids come in here and they start touching pencils. I just stare at them. Don't you drop that. I think back to when I was a kid and I used to just drop pencils all the time, and now I have a heart attack if I drop a pencil. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've got very vibrant colour with the Lightfast. This is the Procolour. I'm going to start with the sky blue Procolour. Yep. I was writing down stuff yesterday in my to-do journal thingy, and a little while later I was just sitting back looking at it and I thought there's something wrong there, and I watch a lot of American YouTube, and I realized that I'd written colour wrong. I'd written colour C-O-L-O-R, and that's not, what colour is that? I want that one. That is not how we write colour in Australia. We have a U for some reason. Americans don't like U's, so they take a U out of quite a lot of words. Or maybe we like U's and we put U's in, I don't know. But yeah, I realised in my book I had written colour wrong numerous times. C-O-L-O-R. And I can read the way Americans do dates now. It used to, my brain used to have a brain fart and I couldn't understand it. And now, because I watch a lot of court TV and things like that, my brain can read the dates even though they're backwards. And I'm going to be in trouble if I start writing dates like Americans do. Yeah, it's always been weird to me writing the, so we write the day first, so they write the month first. It's always been weird to me. And now I've become so Americanized, it's normal. And now I look at our dates and I think, oh, what date is that? These Procolours have alright blue too. It's quite surprising. Doesn't cease to surprise me. I suppose I should write the names down, shouldn't I? So this is just a really quick one, just showing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sets of pencils, plus the polychromos, which I did the a previous video of. So that's why I didn't do it on here, because I've already done it. I don't think I'm going to use the white on this one, because that shade of blue is really light. That is my pug blue. So I'm just going to write these down, and then it's done. I can never spell that word. Phthalo blue and dark, not park. So there we go, just some quick, simple, I just quickly picked the colours. It took me 5 minutes to pick some colours and just thought I'd try them out. And yeah, I didn't use the Chroma Flow or anything like that. I just used these pencils here. Just thought I'd give you a few different samples, or just in case you only have these pencils. And if you want the Polychromos one, it's on another one, but it's white, it's dark indigo, it's ultramarine, I think, and sky blue, no, phthalo blue, and sky blue. So yeah, I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you next time. Bye.